Hey everyone, this is the second video of my opinion about becoming 30. As I said in the previous video, this one will be more about reacting to the expectations after becoming 30 that we usually receive from society. Firstly, let's talk about vanity. When it comes to vanity, all women want to look fresh and youthful, but honestly, I don't really think everyone looked better at the age of 20 when our style became more ripe. And of course, when we started to have jobs, and by this we had more financial base to fund outfits that reflect our personalities better than earlier when we had to focus on balancing between studies and student jobs to have some pocket money for going out. And I'm sure we all know the feeling when we laugh about our old pictures and see how we looked when we were younger. Surely this is not the case for everyone, but I didn't look better 5 or 10 years ago, but this is just me. Not jokingly, we are living in a very interesting era where many 15-year-old girls look much older than their age, and women above 20, 30, 40 do all kinds of procedures to look, well, if not younger, let's just say one certain very popular and very similar way, with huge lips, huge lashes, super hyper smooth skin with no mimic wrinkles. I think you know what I mean. I support women to have their best version of themselves, but giving up all your uniqueness and becoming similar to hundreds of thousands of other women is not entirely the best version of someone. That's just physical uniformization. And what I can suggest is some detachment from social media, because I do believe it has a very unhealthy effect on women's beauty standards. Society expectations. Many women feel frustration if they don't have it all figured out by 30, if they have no husband, no child. Society expectations can be very repressive, and they can obscure what you truly want very easily just because we want to fit in. But I don't think a successful marriage grounding a family can be forced, and I don't support the idea of making compromises you don't want to make just to tick out some items on your bucket list. Honestly, I only set one goal connected to my big 30, and it was rather existential because this is what I do have a control over. I wanted to have my own flat without any bank loan. This was my big goal under 30, and I managed to make it, and I'm very happy about it. But I couldn't have managed this if I had a baby at the age of 22 or even 25. Because those are very precious years of creating a very stable existence that supported me to have my flat. And if there is someone out there who feels okay to become a mother at 22, that's also fine. It's none of my business. We all might have different preferences and choices. Just make sure they are truly yours, truly what you want. Not having a baby under 30 does not mean you won't have any later. Once, one of my teachers said in connection to childbirth that the earlier, the better. Oh dear, you don't want to hear my honest opinion about this because it would be very harsh. This is not a race. All I can say that even though I never planned to become a parent after 40, I never planned on becoming a mother under 30. So those who question my choice not to become a mother under 30 were again people whose life pattern is not something I would love to follow, which again means that it's not a good indicator for me to accept their pieces of advice. I don't want to be like them in several ways, so why would I accept their advice? Everything has its own timing. The biological clock. Okay, I won't argue about this because biological clock does exist, and it's threatening women more than men. But what I would like to highlight here is that it's not 30. And even though men have much more time to start a family, it's not healthy from the perspective of a family, even for men, to wait for very long decades to become fathers. And I am saying this from the perspective of a child whose father was above 45 when I was born. So I know how it feels like to have an old parent. Of course, there are different life situations, and I don't want to be judgmental regarding anybody's choice. Sometimes you just don't find the right person to start a family with, or other happens. But if men and women only delay parenting by choice in order to avoid responsibilities and enjoy life for longer, you know, I mean the carpe diem thing here, as if there would be no joy in family life, that's a bad choice, because it will be problematic for the child to have a grandparent or parent, because if the roles will swap too early and the child becomes the caregiver at an age when they have to be taken care of, there is a huge risk of parentification, and this is not healthy from the perspective of the mental development of the child. Be there for your child as a vigorous parent character, at least until their young adult life, or if you choose to become an old parent, make very, very sure to live healthily, physically and mentally as well, so that you can be there for your children with all your wisdom when they need you and when they become older. That's it for today. Let me know what you think below, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.